Good day, everyone. My report is about ways of communicating corporate social responsibility activities. This report will be highlighting the following: the social report, the thematic report, the code of conduct, information through the web, consultation with the different stakeholder forums, internal communication, standards and product labeling, awards and events, cost-related marketing, and press releases through the web. Let's begin with social report. Social report refers to publications through which businesses adopt a holistic view of reporting their wide range of responsibilities towards their stakeholders. While the report is issued voluntarily and businesses use different models, guidelines, and methods of reporting, a social report could include some basic elements like statement of principles, mission values, practices and procedures, and effectiveness of the organization. In terms of social report, we can see non-government organizations, particularly environmental groups, maximizing this kind of reporting mechanism. They use their practices and procedures, for example, managing and practicing the plastic 3Rs, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle, so that their particular stakeholders or target audience would be participating and joining their advocacy. The second one is thematic report. In order to cover special needs of informing specific stakeholders or underling their commitment on a specific issue, businesses adopt different ways of reporting other than the social report. Thematic reports are publication, which refers to the performance of a business on a specific issue like the environment, health and safety, and many more. We also include special publications which aim at the clarification of the position of the business on special issues like diversity, bribery and corruption, human rights, and many more. An example of thematic report can be the BU Gazette, which is the official newsletter of Bicol University. Sometimes, they also spearhead advocacy-related feature stories, news that would definitely be trigger for a positive impact amongst its readers, rather than just sharing accomplishments of the university. The next is Code of Conduct. The Code of Conduct includes those documents that aim to put internal and voluntary rules for defining the kind of principles or values that an enterprise should adopt in its relation with its stakeholders. In Mayon Volcano Natural Park, there's this code of conduct that once you enter the particular protected area, you must leave no litter in its vicinities. Thus, it further promotes environmental sustainability and conservation of the biodiversity. Information through the web. The website is a tool that increasingly is used by businesses for communicating CSR issues. They usually have a specific section in their website where they set out their policies for the environment and other social issues. It can also include reports and publications, but also updated information. In Bicol University College of Science, they have Ciencia, the official campus paper or campus publication. There, they post several issues and concerns regarding various topics like gender and development, rights of the indigenous people, and many more. So, they maximize the online web or their official website to spread information not just for their students but also for the community who wants to take part on special initiatives such as for indigenous people, for environment, or for gender and development. The next would be consultation with different stakeholder forums. The involvement of stakeholders is of increasing concern, and understanding the views of the stakeholders will help the organization to build mutual trust, foresee and manage contradictions, build common agreement among different views, And there is a variety of methods of engaging businesses with several stakeholders. These methods may refer to a unique activity on a specific issue or to more constructive, wider, and long-term consultations. In the case of consultations, this can be made via work groups, public meetings, conferences, questionnaires, and many more. In Albay province, before the pandemic, there's always the Sayaw Kantulong Bulod. This is a particular theater production wherein the provincial government of Albay, led by the Provincial Tourism, Cultural and Affairs Office, organized a production of the three important mountains of Albay province, which is the Maningao, Masaraga, and Bayon. From this particular theater production, after the play or the musical production, there will be a focus group discussion and at the same time an open plenary session so that key issues in terms of the preservation of the environment, highlighting the historical literature that we still need to preserve, to be highlighted after their show. Next would be internal communication. This category includes a wide range of tools that are used by business to communicate internally CSR issues. It differs significantly from business to business, but some common elements are the intranet, newsletters, and magazines, meetings with employees, and many more. Way back before, in the University Student Council, we promote internal communications like newsletters amongst the college student councils. Therefore, by maximizing certain platforms, stakeholders will be informed with the latest news and advocacies that they need to take part as support to CSR activities. Next is standards and product making. Businesses use several standards for communicating CSR. This category refers to either the widely accepted standards, ISOs, SAs, and MAS, or to systems and procedures adopted by enterprises to enhance or ensure performance at recognizable level on issues like health and safety, quality of products and services, and many more. Awards and events. This category refers to awards received by the company for achievements on specific areas, as well as awards organized and awarded to it. This, for example, could include special initiatives which are organized in the company to enhance the environmental awareness of the employees. The events include specific initiatives, thematic conferences, or campaigns organized by the company to support or enhance knowledge on specific issue or cause. Cause-related marketing. Through marketing initiatives which are connected to a social cause, companies spend financial sources for charities or social causes with the parallel accomplishment of business targets. Such initiatives can be used by businesses as communication tools to demonstrate their commitment and investment on social and or environmental causes. So examples are donation of a specific amount per charity per sold product unit. Next is press releases through the web. This category refers to press releases included in the website of the company. It gives an aspect of the text that company wants to promote through its website. Before I end my report, I want you to watch this video. This is a certain video that would highlight CSR and its sustainability through the use of reporting and communications. A huge opportunity, but too often missed. The resource person will be Wayne Dun, and he will discuss smart strategy and tactics that will create value and impact. This video will be interesting for you if you want to learn more about how to CSR and sustainability communications and reporting can be used to create value, competitive advantage, and impact. Again, this is Mark Harris Lim, and please enjoy this video.
CSR reporting and communications. It's a critical area, but you can waste a lot of money on it. If you don't take a strategic, value-centric approach to CSR communications and reporting, you will waste money, you will waste time, you will upset people, and you just won't have the impact that you should. One of the key things is focus on value. Focus on the value that was created. If you're reporting on something at the community level, what was the value in it for the community? Was there value for the business? Focus on that. Tell that story. Measure it if you can, but weave that value into it. Your sustainability and reporting and communication should have a very value-centric focus. The SDGs can be a great framework for sustainability, communication, and reporting. Think of them. They're there, the rest of the world is using them. It's the de facto development agenda and framework for the world. They were adopted unanimously by the United Nations. Every country in the world is using them. Think about them. Think about how you can tell your sustainability story in a way that also tells your SDG impact story. It will make your story more relevant, it'll make it be heard more, and it will open the door for more partnerships and opportunities. The Global Reporting Initiative has become the #1 non-financial reporting standard in the world. It's worth considering. It's a lot of work. It can be a lot of work, but out of that work can come value. The structured nature of the GRI report can in and of itself bring discipline to your sustainability work. It can help you to systematically uncover areas where you can be more efficient. It's going to give your report more credibility. It's going to be accepted by more people, more groups, and in more areas. So think carefully on it, and if the GRI report framework is for you, and if so, how you get into it. It's not something you just jump into with both feet bang. Think about a strategy to get to a GRI report that fits your own value framework, and it may be a 3-step process. You may start out with a sustainability statement. You may start out with a GRI referenced report, and you may move to a full report, or you may stop somewhere in between and find out it's right for you. But consider it. Consider the GRI as a framework for your sustainability reporting and communications. Be honest and share the credit. Simple words. We all heard them when we were growing up. So true in sustainability reporting and communications. You want to share the credit. There's nothing turns stakeholders and customers and even internal employees off more than a company's sustainability report or sustainability communication that is less than honest, that is a little bit too slick for its own good, and that claims all the credit for the company. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody has a successful sustainability program without a lot of people being involved in it. Internal people, external groups, communities, others. Acknowledge them, be honest, share the credit. Don't be afraid to mention the value to the company. You know, nobody is going to believe you if you say that you're doing all this social good because your business just wants to do good and for the world. Balderdash, nobody believes that. Be honest. You are investing in sustainability and social responsibility and environmental stewardship because it's smart for your business. If you're not, then you're just being dumb and stupid. Your sustainability and social responsibility investments should produce value for your business. You don't have to hide it. Let it be known. It's going to make you be more authentic. It's going to make you seem more authentic. It's going to make your reporting and communications more believable. Be honest. Don't oversell. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Your company doesn't have to be perfect. Your sustainability report, your sustainability communications don't have to tell a story of perfection. If things went wrong, acknowledge. Talk about how you fixed it. Talk about, we run into this problem. You know, we went to the community, we went to the government, went to some of our stakeholders, we talked to our employees. We found a way around it, and you know, we're better off for having found the problem because we got around it and now we're stronger and we're doing better. That story sells a lot more than, we saw a problem and you know, all by ourselves we went in and fixed it and saved the world. Be honest, be straightforward, talk about the challenges and don't try to be perfect. Overall, your sustainability report and communications they shouldn't ignore the company, but you want to focus on interest, issues, your stakeholders, the community, and not on the company. You're producing it. People are going to be reading it. They're going to see it. They're going to see the companies involved. You don't have to have your logo and the company everywhere all the time. Tell interesting stories. Focus on issues and interests and people and value. That's how you will get the most value for your company. So some simple, I think they're very simple, touchstones. Keep those in mind when you're doing sustainability reporting and communications. They will help you to be more effective. They'll help you to get a lot more value out of it. And everyone will appreciate it, especially your stakeholders, both internal and external.